Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremony for the College of Science and Mathematics at Montclair State University. For your safety, we ask that you please wear face coverings at all times, stay 6 feet away from those not in your group, and follow instructions from our event staff. Please remain in your places until the conclusion of our brief ceremony. When the ceremony is over, our event staff will release you by sections in order to ensure social distancing, so please follow their instructions. We want you to enjoy this experience, so we also ask that you please silence all electronic devices. And now, will you please welcome the class of 2020 graduates from the College of Science and Mathematics. Graduates, please rise as the academic processional will now begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the President of Montclair State University, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, distinguished university faculty and staff, and Student Government Association representative.
Welcome. Please be seated. I'm Dr. Laura Billings, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, and it is my great pleasure to welcome to the podium the President of Montclair State University, Dr. Susan A. Cole.
Thank you, Dean Billings. Welcome to our graduates, to their guests, family, faculty, and staff, to the 2020 undergraduate commencement exercises of the College of Science and Mathematics at Montclair State University. Please rise for the national anthem. The anthem was recorded at last year's commencement, the 2019 commencement, by a Montclair State graduate then, Liz Belkis Santana.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say
seated. It is so good to see you in real life. Welcome back to Montclair State University campus. We promised that we would celebrate your achievements as soon as the governor said it was safe enough to gather in person, and here we are. These past several months have been a difficult time for you and for us. We have marveled at your tenacity and resilience in the face of adversity, and we are proud of all that you have accomplished in your time at Montclair State University, including this last semester, which offered very special challenges to science students. But you did not let the pandemic keep you from reaching your goal. As we gather for this most unusual commencement ceremony, we are buoyed by the bountiful energy and potential of the graduates whose achievements will be marked by the conferral of their degrees. As events of the last few months have shown, you are entering a world that has many important economic, social, environmental, governmental, and public health issues in urgent need of attention. And today, you join the next class of citizens prepared by your education to make a meaningful contribution to the hard work it takes to build a peaceful, prosperous, equitable, and just society. A society that understands science and its importance in shaping the policies that impact lives both now and in the future. The education you have acquired has been in part to enable you to become the person you want to be in this world, but only in part. Its purpose has also been to enable you to become the kind of citizen that our nation and world needs, one who will create and apply new knowledge to useful ends. The role of public universities such as Montclair State is critical to sustaining a free and democratic society. For to be a responsible and contributing citizen in a democracy takes preparation and it takes education. You have had the privilege of that education, and many people have worked hard to make that privilege possible for you, including your faculty and advisors at the university, your family and friends who are so proud of you, and many people who you will never know, your fellow citizens whose taxes helped support your education, and so many generous alumni and donors who shared what they had to support scholarships and make educational resources available to the university for you. And now it's up to you, and you must let nothing stand between you and your future. We are living in a time when people are fearful, but you must have courage. You must have courage. You must work your science and have courage and never give up on yourself. At this moment, I want to pause so that we can remember together your fellow students whose lives were cut short and who would have graduated this year and who will never have the chance to stand where you stand today. Let us remember Jose Fernandez, Pierre Puente de la Vega, Corinne Gwaltney, Juliana Lee Kessler, Griffin Klaus, Christian Niles, Michaela Powell, and Jeremy Thompson. I also want us to acknowledge and send our collective best wishes to 16 of your fellow students who were called away from their studies this year and called away from their families to serve on the front lines in the National Guard's COVID-19 response, serving at hospitals, nursing homes, testing centers, and helping to build field hospitals. They are Derek Alicorn, Edith Argueta, Melissa Castellet, Marcos de Leon, Mercedes Flores, Daniel Herrera, Alex Gennaro, Christopher Langill, Lucian Lloyd, Nolan Muganda, Alyssa Pierre, Nicholas Ritter, Anthony Steiner, James Suarez, Diego Tanaka, and Victoria Viejo. We thank those fellow Red Hawks for their service to the nation. Class of 2020, you have been called the class of COVID. But as I have said before, you are not the virus. You are the cure. You are the cure. Now more than ever, the world needs bright, committed, well-prepared people who can take on the immense challenges we are facing. Your education at Montclair State has prepared you for this moment. I have watched you with pride this year and have seen that you have not been brought down by this crisis. On the contrary, you have been strengthened by it. You have been toughened by it. You have been educated by it. And you are readier than ever to go out and make your way in the world and fulfill your hopes and dreams. I want to take a moment now, though, to acknowledge you've seen all those people in red shirts when you were coming in and all those folks who planned this event, volunteer faculty, staff from throughout the university, students also, who worked really hard to plan this event to make sure that it would be safe for you and that we could do it within the necessary guidelines. Thank you to all those volunteers. Thank you so much for enabling this to happen for us. And now I would like to turn the ceremony back over to Dr. Laura Billings, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics.
Thank you, Dr. Cole. Graduates, all of us in the College of Science and Mathematics are so happy to see you sitting here, socially distanced, and yet very much together. Our distinguished platform party has also joined us to celebrate your day. I ask that the members of the platform party stand briefly as they are introduced. Dr. Stephanie Brockfeld, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Research. Dr. Scott Kite, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and MC for the event. From the Department of Computer Science, Dr. Konstantin Kutras, Chair. From the Department of Earth Environmental Studies, Dr. Matt Goring. Dr. Clement Allo. From the Department of Mathematics, Dr. Ashwin Vaidya, Chair. Dr. Iowa Lee. From the Department of Physics and Astronomy, Dr. Mark Favada, Chair, and Dr. Radhika Martin. The SGA representative for the ceremony is also here, Rama Milayas. Sorry. This is a wonderful day, a joyous occasion, a time for celebration, a time for fond memories, and a time to look forward. Graduates, you have demonstrated extraordinary perseverance and resilience to get here today. You are not only getting a college degree, you are getting a valuable science degree, a degree from the College of Science and Mathematics, the best college with the best graduates at Montclair State University. I'd like to take just a moment and invite you to remember what you and your families felt as you first arrived on this campus and what you hoped and dreamed to do here. You took that brave step and started your journey. I'm sure there were challenges along the way, maybe some late nights with way too much coffee, but it all came together and you learned. You learned how to think about the world in a different way. You learned how to think like a scientist, to carefully gather evidence and draw conclusions. You learned that neither you nor anyone else has all the answers. You must continue to learn and use that knowledge if you are going to make a difference. I think we can agree that your experience at Montclair State has been unique. For some of us, change is unsettling, but it's happening all around us. With the unprecedented series of events over the last few months, this is your time to seize the initiative. If the world is going to get better, it's going to be up to you. More than ever, this is your moment. This is your generation's world to shape. Whatever you choose to do from this day forward, you can build on your extraordinary accomplishments at Montclair State, made possible by your hard work and, of course, the support of others. This support is a gift, and I hope that before this day is out, you get the chance to tell the people who have supported you over these years how grateful you are. Grateful to your families for the endless support and the grounding they give you. Grateful to your instructors and mentors for educating your academic discipline. Grateful to your friends for those essential and enduring personal relationships. And grateful for all the ways in which these people have contributed to what you have become. These are gifts you have received, and now it's your turn to pay it forward. I'll leave you with one last thing. Carl Sagan, a well-known astronomer and author, once noted that it is the tension between creativity and skepticism that has produced the stunning and unexpected findings of science. That's the world you are graduating into, one in which you are called to be creative, to keep your minds open to the unexpected, to work to put the pieces together, to ask the right questions, and push science forward. Now more than ever, science is on the front line, and many people are looking to us for answers. Graduates, no one can tell you the path you will take. You must find that path yourself. You are the College of Science and Mathematics, which means you can do this. Congratulations and good luck to CSAM Class of 2020. Now, Associate Dean Kite will join me in recognizing the seniors here today who graduated with honors this academic year. Please stand as your name is announced. Students with cumulative grade point averages between 3.7 and 3.79 have graduated cum laude, or with distinction.
Aya Ajaj, Nuris Sedano, Raquel Cordero, Renzo Espinoza, Christina Hammer, Megan Harrington, Shira Judasin, Tirza Mills, Sarah Morris, Santiago Rivera, Yesenia Rivera, Omar Saeed, Christopher Tortora, Yvette Villasus, Tyler Zitani.
Students with cumulative grade point averages between 3.8 and 3.89 have graduated magna cum laude, or with great distinction.
Jason Aranza Carrion, Mihir Jariwala, Ryan Malaga, Monica Safane Shanuda, Jack Tobin.
Students with cumulative grade point averages between 3.9 and 4.0 have graduated summa cum laude, or with the highest distinction.
Rachel An, Megan Ayala, João Paulo dos Santos Ferreira, Sondos Kaziak, Dong Kim, Leroy Lopez, Tanner Melendez, Cheyenne Petzold.
Congratulations to you all.
And now I will turn the podium over to Provost Willard Gingrich, who will begin the conferral of degree ceremony.
President Cole, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled who have successfully completed the curricula offered by the College of Science and Mathematics of Montclair State University have been so certified by the university registrar, and they are recommended by the faculty to be awarded bachelor's degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. I would also note that a number of these candidates have also completed their certifications to teach. Thank you.
President Cole, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of the May 2020 graduating class. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please come forward to receive your individual acknowledgement? While you wait to cross the stage, please keep at least 6 feet of distance between you and those around you as you slide your name card through the slot in the plexiglass barrier to Dr. Kite. For health and safety reasons, we cannot shake hands this year, but we applaud your achievement.
Bilal Noreldin. Manuela Castano. Molly Claire Minogue. Kathleen Ireland Hickey. Youssef Alagrabawi. Jamalet Gerardino. Jadel Nunez. Victor Balarezo III. Caitlin Rebecca Spitzer. Ariel Joy Bonneau. Prithvi U. Patel. Elliot Casal. Megan Eleanor Harrington. Michael Hernandez. Whitney Fernandez. Esterline Pierre. Regina Ambasa Akuteka. Pablo Narvaez. Brucey Dorjo. Rishta Stoyanov. Kennedy Ngee. George Bishara Hamwi. Adam James Jasek. Juwan Alexander Moag Aguila. Aya A. Taha. Sarah Greb. Francisco Jose Guava. Malav Anilkumar Rana. Santiago Rivera. Akshay Hemendrabi Trivedi. Nathaniel Vander Hulst. Jeremiah Francia Zagada. Davina Saltarine Pasqua Jr. Dongsu Kong. Ryan Alex Malaga. Renzo Espinosa. Pavel Nishk. Cheyenne Crystal Petzold. Kevin Adan Santiago. Monica Magdi Safain Shanuda. Stephen Glennon. Rama Mulayas. Amir Milad Farag. Marcos Rodriguez. Coralie Saint Amand. Rawson Calvin Sow. David Joseph Knapp. Claire M. Burke. Mary E. Kinney. Yvette Y. Villasus. Tirza Jewel Mills. Richard Carl Tastian, Jr. Achal R. Shah. Michael Anthony Mahabir. Kushbu Ramachandra Rana. Benedict Patrick Cowan, Jr. Sarah Marie Morris. Tabitha Jean Smith. Caitlin Canero. Justin Carl Bates. Sam Al-Safar Jalani. Bryant Latouf. Matthew Colin Garrity. Osei Kwame. Enoch Kwabena Yeboah. Kylie Elizabeth Murphy. Maria Angela Tauti. Rachel Song An. David A. Bergstole. Alexander John Esposito. Alexis Armando Ariano. Brandon James Hanlon. Ariel Bonifacio. Marion Balasir. Janae Carla Afiando Zungoza. Alyssa Jade Petrie. Evan Cohen. Nicholas Edward Araya. Imani Precious Baldwin. Muhammad Uzair Javed. Christian Aranza Carrion. Nicole Marie Perkins. Jason Aranza. Andres Albenagorta. Arthur D. Wooten, Jr. Vasily Nashvili. Bilal Nasser. Tyler James Zitani. Luis Angel Hernandez. Christina Marie Hammer. Jose Antonio Rivas, Jr. Jack Christopher Valiant. Anthony Prempa Ocher. Kiasha A. Sims. Victor Daramola. Kiasha Sandra Campbell. Gloralda Thasi.
Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Will the families of the bachelor's candidates please rise with your graduates? President Cole, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts.
Thank you. Thank you. And now the moment arrives. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'll take that as a yes. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Board of Trustees of Montclair State University, and in recognition of your achievement in fulfilling the curricula prescribed, I confer upon you, as earned, the designated bachelor's degree with all the rights, duties, privileges, and immunities thereunto appertaining, of which the diploma is the written witness. Congratulations, graduates. I will ask Provost Gingrich to join us for the tassel ceremony. Graduates, when the Provost signals with the mace, you will move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Ready? And there it is. As I said to your colleagues earlier this morning in the first science graduation, that's magic. That's not science, but it's good magic. Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated. This concludes the Montclair State University commencement exercises for the College of Science and Mathematics. I would ask everyone to please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Graduates, when it is time for you to recess, please remember to stay 6 feet apart, follow all the staff instructions as you exit Sprague Field, and keep those face coverings on. To our guests, thank you. Thank you so much for coming to share this with us. It is wonderful to see you here today, and I'm glad we were able to give you this moment to see your students succeed. Guests, for your safety too, please wait for our event staff to release you section by section from the stands. To everyone, be well, be safe, be brave, live, and congratulations. Congratulations to you all. Thank you.